My name is Meg, and I am here for Black Lives. I want to support the Black leaders in Portland and the Black organizations in Portland. I encourage everyone to be attending events downtown and events throughout the city. This is just one small event in a neighborhood so that we can show people just right here in our neighborhood that we're still here, that Black lives still matter. But we want to get the message out there that we want to defund police. We want to reinvest in Black communities. So we hope that there are not just people holding signs and standing on street corners and going to protests, but also donating money to Black-led organizations, writing letters, volunteering behind the scenes. There's a lot of ways to get involved in this movement, and this is just one small thing that we're doing in our neighborhood to keep the energy going.
Have you attended any of the events downtown?
Yes, I have to be COVID sensitive, so I stay on the outskirts right now. But yes, I have attended them throughout the city.
What's been your thought of what's been going on there?
One thing I will say about the discomfort that a lot of people feel about what's going on downtown right now is that fighting oppression is messy and it's chaotic, and it pushes our boundaries of what we're comfortable with. And I encourage everyone, it's something I do myself, to take a few steps back and keep focused on Black lives and keep showing up, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I have not been down there during direct tear gassing. I have to be very, very cautious, so I'm on the outskirts of, it hangs in the air. So yeah, if you're down there at all, you'll feel it in the air, but yeah, I can't speak directly to that. If I could be, I would be. and I know a lot of people who can speak directly to that.
Yeah. The feds are supposedly leaving. We will see.
Well, we'll see. I think Black leaders have been doing this work for decades, generations really, and I'm very happy that so many different groups of people are stepping up: veterans, moms, dads, teachers, lawyers. I think all of that is amazing, but I do want to keep the focus on the fact that Black people have been in this fight for a long, long, long time, and we're here to support them and to be here and to show up for them.
Portland basically said no. That's all they said.
No more police brutality.
No.
We're done.
We've had enough of this, and people are putting their lives on the line, which is incredibly courageous. Okay, Meg. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Michael.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I am currently at the Multnomah Village weekly vigil that we have for Black Lives Matter. When we first started doing this, we made some banners like the one that you see here today. And originally we just had them on one little sheet, but we decided we might need to up it a notch, so we sewed together some sheets and spray painted Black Lives Matter onto the sheets here. The protest is actually organized by my mom's group, Southwest Action Group, with a combined effort between a couple other community organizations. So yeah, we've been coming out here every Friday and now Wednesday. But we just wanted to provide people with an opportunity who maybe can't go to the downtown protests just due to social distancing needs and that sort of thing. So we wanted to have this kind of community space for people to come and socially distance and protest, and yeah.
Have you been to any of the downtown protests?
Yeah, I went to a few nights a few days ago. I went when Wheeler came out, which was super interesting to see the response from the crowd. Definitely kind of like two sides. There was the people who wanted to let him speak and hear him out, and then there were the people who just like would not, weren't having it. Both sides are understandable, but it was definitely fascinating to see.
Did you experience any of the tear gas or the flashbangs?
Yeah, it was different than I expected. Like I obviously have seen all the videos, but it was very much the tear gas is kind of, you get to know the kind of dance that happens. So the feds will come out. They start to the left, which is in front of the courthouse, I believe, where the pillars are, where all the graffiti happened. And then they'll also come out of the building to the right of the Justice Center. And they'll kind of come, release tear gas, retreat, come back out. Most of the time it's unprovoked. I saw some fireworks, but that's about it. You feel the tear gas before you see it. You kind of like see it in the distance, and then immediately you start feeling the stinging in your eyes. And I brought some goggles, but they didn't end up being good enough, so I went for swim goggles, so they really like suctioned on. But there are people showing up with full-on gas masks, which is probably the smartest solution. A lot of the black protesters with the microphone speaking in front of the crowd, they kept a nice balance between, validating the protesters who are rightfully angry and who want to set off fireworks, while also saying, like, making sure that they know that this space is still to uphold Black lives and to give those people the voice to speak about an issue that they're more closely tied to. So, yeah, but I definitely noticed later into the night there were a lot of white voices being amplified, but just because they were going around with megaphones, spewing more stuff about, as opposed to focusing on Black Lives Matter, they were focusing more on, the feds get out, more like specifically on the anti-fascism and in terms of the elections and that sort of thing, not as much about the focus seemed to kind of sway in and out of Black Lives Matter and more focusing on general anti-fascism and that sort of thing. But I don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Michael.
Nice to meet you.
And we'll turn this infernal machine
Awesome.
off.